Good afternoon, I'm Raine Musñgi. This is Newsfeed. Philippine inflation eases to an over 4-year low in September. The consumer price index coming in at 1.9%, beating estimates across the board. The slowdown mainly driven by slower increases in food prices, including rice, as well as transport costs. The Philippine government has been citing the tariff reduction in imported rice as one of the main catalysts for slower inflation for September. Last month's print brings average inflation for the year to 3.4%, well within government's target range of 2 to 4%. The downward trend gives the central bank more room to cut rates. At the Philippine Stock Exchange, investors cheer the better-than-expected inflation data, pushing the benchmark index to a fresh multi-year high. The PSEI index jumped 79 points or more than 1%, extending its winning streak to a fifth straight week. Value turnover eased to 6.1 billion pesos. Advancers top gainers 107, Advancers top decliners 107 to 87, leading the charge the industrial, financials, and holding firm sub-indices, which rallied by more than 1% each. This offset the property counter's losses as Ayala Land shed 1.6%. Other Ayala-led stocks finished in the green, with Ayala Corporation and Bank of the Philippine Islands ending sharply higher. The ASEAN Plus 3 Macroeconomic Research Officer, AMRO, affirms its growth outlook for the Philippines. In its latest report, AMRO projects the country's growth at 6.1% this year and 6.3% next year. This positions the Philippines as the second best performing economy in the ASEAN region, following Vietnam. AMRO attributes this growth to increased government spending and investments and to a rise in services exports, all of which are driving significant enhancements to the domestic economy. President Bongbong Marcos will raise the West Philippine Sea issue when he attends this year's ASEAN Summit in Laos. The president will leave the country next week for the gathering of ASEAN leaders on October 8 to 11. Confrontations have broken out between Chinese and Philippine vessels in disputed waters. The most recent involved, for the first time, a Chinese warship. Marcos will also hold bilateral meetings with his ASEAN counterparts and business leaders and meet the Filipino community in Laos.
The president will continue to defend the Philippine sovereignty and sovereign rights and jurisdiction in accordance with international law, including the 1982 UNCLOS and the 2016 Arbitral Award. The leaders are also expected to discuss various international issues that impact the region and beyond. And these include the situation in Myanmar, Ukraine, the Korean Peninsula, Gaza, and other geopolitical challenges affecting the Indo-Pacific region.
Dock workers in New York celebrate the end of a 3-day strike after their union and port operators reach a tentative deal on pay. The stoppage, involving 45,000 workers, had paralyzed 36 ports from Maine to Texas, which handle an array of goods like food and electronics. Terms of the deal remain under wraps, but sources say a 62% salary increase over 6 years is included. Analysts earlier warned a lengthy strike could pose a major headwind to the U.S. economy. Another Beatles memorabilia will go under the hammer. This time, an electric guitar played by the late George Harrison in the early days of the legendary English rock band. Bought from a music store in the band's birth city of Liverpool, Harrison played the Futurama guitar in the 60s when they performed at the Cavern Club, toured Germany, and made their first official records. Auctioneers call the Futurama guitar one of the holy grails of historic Beatles guitars. It will be auctioned by Julian's Auctions from November 20th to the 22nd in the United States, where it could be sold for more than $800,000. And Filipino-American pop star Olivia Rodrigo already in Manila for her highly anticipated Guts World Tour. But before hitting the stage, her first order of business, eating halo-halo. On Instagram, Olivia posted a story showing a photo of the beloved Filipino dessert with the caption, "Halo-halo secured, so excited to be in the Philippines. Olivia will hold her first Manila concert on Saturday, October 5 at the Philippine Arena. For those who failed to secure tickets, you just need to wait a little bit more, as her concert film will hit Netflix on October 29. Before we go, here's a look at today's market winners and losers. Those are the news this hour. I'm Raine Musñgi. Stay tuned to BNC on Free TV Channel 31, Channel 24 on Cignal, and on our website, bnc.ph. Thank you so much for watching.